The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is Saturday's news. In this edition, police festive season operations launched, St. John's ambulance works boosted, and Prime Minister outlines NRL deal funding. The festive season operation order for the NCD and Central Police Command was officially launched by the NCD Central Commander Benjamin Turi and NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika during a parade at the Unagi Oval in Port Moresby yesterday.
Under the code name Operation Silver, Christmas and New Year, the festive season operation aims to ensure that police officers are visible in the community throughout this festive season. The operation, drafted by the NCD Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika, was presented to Turi, who officially endorsed the operation during the NCD and Central Command parade. Before handing the operation to Turi, Sika took the opportunity to explain to the members the purpose of the operation and what is expected from them.
It has a lot of meaning to us, police officers, towards the public and our communities. When you pick up this operation order, you see the name Silver. It doesn't reflect to me. It has a significant meaning in Bible. It's a biblical. Gold, silver, and bronze. But above all, the silver is the righteous. And silver, if you go into Google and you see what it describes about the silver. It's a chemical that protects a person from evil. You are silver chemicals standing here today. Is that clear? That is the definition of the operation of the silver. Merry Christmas and New Year operation.
He said the operation order intends to maximize the safety of the public, creating an atmosphere of peace and stability during this festive season. Therefore, he urged police officers to refrain from being complacent and uphold the rule of law with integrity, knowing that they have a mandated role to play, and that is to ensure people are safe during this festive season.
It is imminent. As you are standing a minute over here, regardless which unit, the level of your knowledge and experience, always think that our core business is to come up with a strategy, right mindset, and to deliver your mandated responsibility every day, 24 hours, 365 days.
Meanwhile, Turi said the order of the operations had been outlined and police officers will be out in full force to enforce the law, maintain peace, and provide safety and security across the city.
We must learn from our mistakes, change our attitude, respect our code of ethics that we just read, and improve and give back 100% to the community that what we have done on the Black Wednesday, and maintain peace and good order throughout the festive season and beyond 2025.
Turi encouraged city residents to maintain order in their communities during this festive season and respect the laws of Papua New Guinea. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Following the issuance of the festive season operation orders yesterday, The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary Police executives and members of the NCD Command hosted their Christmas and New Year Peace Walk early this morning, starting at Guerrero Sports Oval and ended at Barocco Police Station.
Joined by security forces, corporate entities and the public, the walk is an integral part of police duties and responsibilities in raising law and order awareness on serious violent crimes in the city. And City Metropolitan Superintendent Silva Sika, who led the participants in the walk, said the objective of the walk is to bring out the message of peace, ensuring that people stay away from committing crime this festive season.
The main reason is to promote peace and protect individual, one and only, from any crime, matter from serious to minor crimes are committed. In the past, you may experience there's chaos during the Christmas and New Year. So as a frontline policy agent, we need to lead by example to demonstrate that we want to share the love of peace and law and order with everybody in the city.
Sika said the walk symbolizes a step forward to save one life from crime and thanked the participants for supporting the police with the walk.
Who have taken a step, that step is not a waste, particular pace. If you have walked, you walk to save one individual person, whether that is a woman or child or your daughter or your family member, even yourself as well. So, Milek, thank you. You may come on humidity, Lausanne. One thing I want to mention is when I decided to come up with this intention, I must lead by example and to show the people in NCD, we are not playing games. That is why my pace, me escalating pace, me maintain pace below me. Now, me not go down. That means me showing how aggressive I am mentally and also physically. And that is a warning to every citizen in here. And you must know that the time, block crime, committing crime, killing man nothing, or one kid and get just for one little bus fare or little something. That is total insane.
The MP for Northeast, John Cowper, was also present to support the walk. In his acknowledgement message, Cowper said the police have taken this approach to inform the public that the police are serious about enforcing law and order in the city. Therefore, the public must support the police this festive season by way of staying away from committing crimes.
The police are taking the first approach is very important for our city community, and the message will go out to the community that police are serious about law and order. Because in the previous months and so on, we got a lot of law and order. So with this walk, police are setting a good police peace march that's telling all our community about respecting one another, safe for our mothers and children to walk, and there is a way forward.
Meanwhile, participants were privileged to take home lunch packs, drinks and water that were provided by a few business houses. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Coca-Cola Papua New Guinea brought Christmas holidays cheer to the staff and volunteers of National St. John Ambulance on Friday, 13th December, at the national headquarters in the National Capital District with a $10,000 equivalent to 40,000 kina.
It was a pleasant surprise for the staff and volunteers of National St. John Ambulance Headquarters in Port Moresby when the Coca-Cola marketing team suddenly announced a check of $10,000 during a Christmas lunch they sponsored for the Green Angels. Coca-Cola made it special for the staff and volunteers in Port Moresby and Lae by treating them to live music, food, refreshing Coca-Cola beverages, and some games for the chance to win prizes. On behalf of National St. John Ambulance, Executive Medical Director Dr. Mengu Kendino expressed gratitude to Coca-Cola for the generous but unexpected gesture. Dr. Kendino acknowledged Also, the volunteers and staff who brought their family members along to celebrate Christmas together, compensating for the many hours lost while they are serving. The financial donation from Coca-Cola will be used to assist to purchase new ambulances and improve ambulance services in Port Moresby and Lae. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
Papua New Guinea has allocated 300 million kina over the next 3 years to prepare the PNG NRL team to participate in 2028. This money will be used in batches of 100 million kina per year starting next year. This is PNG's share of funding to be reimbursed in 2028 from the 300 million Australian dollars supported by Australian government.
Upon returning from Australia yesterday following the signing of the NRL deal in Sydney on Thursday, Prime Minister James Marape at the outset thanked Australia for finally granting a team to PNG. Addressing concerns by the Australian taxpayers about the $600 million funding support from Australia to PNG for the development of its NRL team, Marape said only $300 million from this funding will be diverted to PNG. The rest will be used in the development of rugby league in the region, including a small portion invested back in Australia to support the sport back home.
And the balance of the $300 million, they will make some intervention in Fiji, Tonga, Solomon Islands, I beg your pardon, Samoa, rugby league programs, especially at the junior nursery, and a little bit, about 10% of that, all the other clubs in Australia also. They said it's quite unfair you're supporting PNG and not us, or we are taxpayers, so they also are getting some little bit of support.
PNG is investing its own 300 million kina over the next 3 years to prepare the PNG team for its entry into the NRL in 2028. This money, however, will be reimbursed by Australia in 2028.
So for next year, we put down 100 million kina to start off with. That goes towards preparing the village, preparing the field, the stadium, the police camera, police city preparation. So first 100 million, next year 100 million, 2027 100 million.
As to the naming of the NRL team, the business structure, sponsorship arrangements and other details will be done in due course.
The name, the business structure, the sponsorship arrangements, everything else will take place in due course. This is a work in progress for us. Our NRL bid team would put up a competition for those who want to propose a name. It must have a PNG Australia motive behind it.
The issuance of the license to participate in NRL will take place later in Port Moresby.
Sometimes in the not too distant future, we'll host an occasion here in Port Moresby where a final signing will take place and a license will be conferred and a team structure would be announced.
An optimistic Prime Minister Marape said PNG is not just there to make numbers. PNG will file the best team in 2028 and looks to win a premiership 10 years down the line. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Our journey starts with you. We'll be there from the start, right through to your life's adventures. We'll ensure comfort, and make your safety our priority. We'll take you to memorable moments, no matter where it begins. And we'll get you there like we've always done. The 4th generation coaster bus, more than just a bus.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager, Bungimyumi.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, a scale-raised family meal at home. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's our favorite from us. Tennessee Cola, scale rice, on scale price. Tennessee Cola, scale rice, on scale price. Amber, you like it? Superstition ain't the way.
Welcome back. A memorandum of understanding was signed on Friday, 13th December, between the PNG Fire Service and the Autonomous Region of Bougainville at the PNG Fire Service headquarters in Port Moresby. After 36 years of absence, PNG Fire Service returns to Bougainville, bringing back lost confidence in the region. The Autonomous Bougainville Government's Chief Secretary, Kianet Nanai, said this is a combined effort between the PNG Fire Service and the Autonomous Region of Bougainville Government.
And we are putting in some land and some institutional housing to support their manpower. So it's a joint cooperation and effort between PNG Fire Service and the Autonomous Region of Bougainville to establish the PNG Fire Service functions after 36 years.
The Chief Fire Officer, Bill Roos, said a temporary fire service has already been established in Buka, and they will send a fire truck this Sunday. The Autonomous Bougainville Government is working to have this temporary transition of fire service established in line with its legislation to continue to support in the transition period until such time when they can fully function themselves.
The MOU is there. We'll work on a framework as well, work on key activities that needs to be undertaken for us to fully capacitate. And I think PNG Fire Service has been great for them to come on board and provide us with a fire truck, and that's something we are very, and the manpower as well.
Turning overseas, paracetamol is such a commonly used drug. Its potential harm can be overlooked. But every year, thousands of people overdose on the medication, prompting changes to how the drug is sold. Warning, this story discusses self-harm and suicide. For privacy reasons, we have modified the voice of a person in this story.
This Perth mother found out her daughter was really struggling with her mental health when she overdosed on paracetamol at just 14.
I didn't actually have paracetamol in our house. I did that and my daughter still bought it, still stole it, and still overdosed on it.
Across Australia, thousands of people are overdosing on paracetamol every year.
The government, I guess, is struggling to come up with some explanations and some strategies to deal with this massive increase in self-harming behaviour.
When used at recommended doses, paracetamol is considered extremely safe, but it can cause major damage if misused.
It's a very serious problem when people overdose on paracetamol because, unfortunately, unless some therapy is instituted fairly quickly, permanent liver damage and indeed complete liver failure can result.
In Victoria, more than 3,700 people OD'd on the drug in the 2 years to July. Almost 30% were girls 16 or younger. In Western Australia, more than 1,400 people presented to an emergency department with paracetamol poisoning. Of those, 34% were females aged 16 and under. Of the paracetamol overdoses in the ACT, 26% were in this age group, and in Tasmania, it was 34%. The Northern Territory records its figures differently. 30% of women presenting to EDs overdosing on paracetamol were 19 or younger. South Australia and Queensland don't specifically record overdoses by paracetamol, and in New South Wales the information is not publicly available.
The overall number of people overdosing on paracetamol has dropped, but the number of people who overdose on purpose rather than by accident is rising, and many of them are young women.
The Therapeutic Goods Administration wants changes to how paracetamol is sold. From February, pack sizes in supermarkets and shops will be reduced from 20 to 16 tablets, and larger pack sizes of up to 100 will only be sold by pharmacists. The Australian Medical Association supports the changes but had lobbied the TGA to go even further, recommending it be sold from behind the counter only. The TGA rejected that, but this Perth mum wants them to reconsider.
We just have to try and protect them from themselves, from feelings of hopelessness at their lowest point in school and feelings of impulsivity even when that is the case as well.
An education campaign about how to use and store paracetamol will begin this month.
People in far north Queensland are still trying to rebuild their homes and lives 1 year on from the devastating Cyclone Jasper.
The floodwaters may have dried up, but damaged homes and scars on the landscape aren't the only reminder of Tropical Cyclone Jasper's wrath.
Every time when I see, especially the rain on top, I get very scary, and I still have that trauma, and I don't go to sleep. I still hear the water, the rocks are rolling. And I don't know how to get over it.
Thomas Herridge and his young family are back in their Machan's Beach home in time for Christmas.
The fanciness doesn't really matter, just the fact that it's our place, our family home. We're in a suburb I've lived in my whole life, and hopefully I can raise my kids in.
Mr Herridge spent the year fearing financial ruin, until the Financial Complaints Authority directed his insurer to cover the cost of renting temporary accommodation.
If there was no AFCA, it'd be more than $100,000.
Centrecare has helped 800 far north Queenslanders since the disaster, and about 50 cases are still open, mostly people needing mental health support.
Generally, 2 to 3 years or more is how long long-term recovery takes.
The federal and state governments today announced a $206 million funding package to help the far north continue its recovery, acknowledging there is still much to do. $14 million will be dedicated specifically for Wudjil Wudjil, where Auntie Kathleen is worried about what will happen if disaster strikes again.
Where can we go? We got no safe place. We can't go back to Auntie Lily because she's got an overcrowding house too. It's just a safe house for our people.
You are watching TVWAN News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You eat them, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakarook, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Bro, it's awesome, man.
That's the promotion.
I'm so excited. Let's go, let's go.
And the festive from Match.
Festive from Match.
And how do you win this? Buy 2 plus Pepsi, that's all.
2 cans, bro. 2 plus, that's all.
You get yourself a chance to win.
This box of Match.
It's crazy cool.
My God.
A pair of headphones. It's a towel.
How about that? Cool box. Yeah!
A warm
welcome Christmas and New Year's greetings to our valued guests. Thank you for choosing Cedar Bay Hotel during your time in Manos Province. We wish you a joyful Christmas and a new year filled with happiness, health, and special moments with your loved ones. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. With gratitude, the management team of Cedar Bay Hotel in partnership with Tashan Group Limited.
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 28 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Welcome back. In sports, Bukbilong Pikinini successfully hosted its annual Christmas charity golf tournament, sponsored by Ella Motors, to raise funds for its early childhood education program. Lane Lawyers emerged as champions, with MVIL and Rotary Club for Boroko securing runner-up and third places. The event featured exciting prizes, a hole-in-one by Greg Downer of ExxonMobil, and fun categories like longest dive and water hazard. BP Bukbilong Pikinini Chairman Anne Sophie Herman thanked sponsors and participants for their support, ensuring more children can access free education in 2024. The National Championship for Table Tennis commenced today at the Rita Flynn Indoor Complex in Port Moresby. The championship witnessed mostly under-12, 15, 18 and juniors competing in both doubles and singles games. Open and para games are expected tomorrow, with finals to wrap up the championships. Over 100 table tennis players congregated at the Rita Flynn Indoor Complex today for the National Championship, displaying their skills and talents in their respective age categories. The championship today witnessed players competing in under-12, under-15, under-18 and juniors. Young athletes put some spirited performance on the table. With 2025 Mini Pacific Games in Palau 6 months away, most of the players competing in this championship will be eyeing to make the national team. Tournament coordinator for this national championship, Rea Lois, says this event provides an avenue for the PNG Table Tennis Federations to select the best side and prepare them for the Palau Games.
This championship is one of the avenues that we will do the selection for the Palau Games. After these national titles, we will do our bit of selections for the Palau Games next year.
President of Table Tennis PNG, George Charles, said table tennis has been doing well at the regional events in the recent years, along with other national teams. Their bronze and silver medal performances in the recent Pacific and Mini Pacific Games speak for itself regarding the growth and development of the sports in the country. Chow is anticipating a strong team for the Mini Pacific Games in Palau come July 2025, recounting their success in the recent years.
We had achieved a lot of achievements. A new one is historical one, I should say. And during the following year Pacific Game, we won the silver medals in men's double. This is a historical breakthrough of our last year's Pacific Game. We won the men's bronze medal after 30 years of the medals.
Being the president of Table Tennis PNG for over a decade, Chow thanked XYZ Construction Limited for its continuous support to table tennis, including their sponsorship for 2024 Table Tennis National Championship. Chow also thanked the Chinese medical team for providing support at the site and other sponsors who contributed to make the event happen. The 2024 Table Tennis National Championship concludes tomorrow. That's it for sports. Now the weather forecast. Southern, both must be mostly cloudy with some rain showers, drizzles and possible thunderstorm. Alatau, partly cloudy with rain showers. Mamase, late cloudy periods with some rain showers, rain drizzles and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Barangao, partly cloudy with rain showers becoming cloudy in the night. Kavieng, mostly cloudy with possible few showers. And Highlands, Montagan, cloudy with periods of rain and possible thunderstorm. And that ends the news tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.